Hello mathematicians, puzzlers, and other curious people. In this video, we are going to add a cloud to our beach pictures. So let's load those right up. You'll notice that I haven't added anything to mine since the one umbrella. I decided I'll just leave it at the one umbrella instead of having several. Okay, so what we're going to do here is add a cloud up in the sky. Now, one thing about clouds is they tend to be flat or nearly flat on the bottom and like kind of puffy on the top. So that's the shape I'm going to try for with this. Now, I don't see anything exactly like that as I skim through, but I see a lot of things that I could build something like that out of. So I'm going to start with a point, and then I'm going to draw a line through that point, but that's parallel to another line, and I'm going to use one of my straight horizontal lines for that. So I need to be able to see it to use it. That one will do. Okay, so I'm going to use the parallel line tool to construct a line through that point. Now the next thing I'm going to do is drop another point onto that parallel line, and I'm going to draw a segment between those two lines. And then I don't need this anymore. And I don't need this one either. Now that segment that's still showing is going to be the base of my cloud. So now what I'm going to do is put a couple more points. I'm going to put 4, but you can put whatever number you want to. And it doesn't really matter where you put them as long as they're on the segment. And now I'm going to draw circles using some of those points as circle centers. Okay, so this is starting to look a little more like a cloud, but it doesn't have that flat bottom that clouds often have. So, whoops, that's not quite in place. Yeah, you can tell because it's blue that it's not fully determined. It's on one of the circles, but not the other. No, what I'm going to do is put points at the intersections. There we go. And now, so just like this segment here was part of a line, you can draw an arc that's part of a circle. Now you have to be careful with this because you have to click the 3 points that define it in a particular order. Now I believe the order for this is center, point, point, and then we'll just go around the top of the cloud like that. By the way, what happens if you put the points in the other order? Well, you see how that is going around the other way. So that's not giving us the shape we wanted. So we'll go center, first point, and then counterclockwise to the second point. Okay, now let's see, whoops. Let's see if that all turns out how we wanted it to. So I'm going to hide the circles. Oops, yeah, hide the circles. Let's see, I'm also going to hide those points. Okay, see how much that looks like a cloud now that we've got the other circles out of the way? Oh, actually, before I hide that one, I want to show you something. If you want to change how this looks, you can take these points down here and move them around. Now you have to keep them in the right order, just like with the polygons for the seashells and the umbrellas, but you can change some things about the shape of the cloud. Make it more fluffy or less fluffy in some places. Okay, I think I'll leave it like that for now. Now, if you're doing this on paper, what you'll probably want to do is draw those circles and then erase the parts you don't want, and then cut this out, and then just taking some kind of plain white paper, and then taking that and cutting it out, and you can put it up here in the sky. Now, one thing you're probably noticing is that that cloud isn't filled in, and that's something we're going to get to later. I'm going to hide this point for now. And I'm going to turn the border parts of the cloud, so the segment and the arcs, I'm going to turn them white just so that that reminds me that I still need to deal with the cloud interior later on. Whoops, not red, white. Although, of course, if you're making a picture from a different planet, maybe the clouds are different there. And that puts a cloud in the sky. So again, if you've got paper and glue and things like that, you can just cut that out and not need an extra step to fill that in. But there will be an extra step for that for people who are doing this completely virtually. So I'm going to say, for now, have fun adding some clouds to the sky. They can be white, gray, red. If you're saying, well, it's sunset, the clouds might be red, anything like that. It's art, you get to decide, but this is how you can use math to help you make creative, artistic things happen. So for now, I'm Avrila at Math with Avrila, and I'm going to say, calc you later.